My first dog was. Holy cow. They're all over the place.
Stephanie, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Should I go? Okay. All right. Call to order the Planning Commission meeting for January 15th, 2026. Just a quick announcement before we call roll. Commissioner Steinle has requested to attend the meeting remotely pursuant to AB 2449. And so a motion is required by the commission to permit Commissioner Steinle to attend the meeting remotely. So I will open the floor for a motion and a second.
So moved.
Okay. I think we have to take roll. Oh, second.
Yep.
Oh, so we're all good?
I'll take roll call.
Oh, okay.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes, here.
Commissioner Benato,
Yes.
Commissioner Steinle.
Yes.
I would assume he's included.
Okay. Can you not hear me? Yeah.
Very loudly.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Commissioner Mensinger? Yes. Vice Chair Roach
Yes.
and Chair Ahi.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. So now that the vote has passed, do we need to call roll for a quorum check? Okay.
You need to ask him if there's anybody in the room with him
Oh, okay.
over 18. I think that's the rule, yeah. So,
Okay.
Commissioner Steinle, is there anyone in the room with you over 18?
No.
Any dogs or cats?
Any dogs or cats? No. Just
Oh.
me and the Emperor Palpatine.
Okay. All right, good. Thanks.
Okay. So now we will have a quorum check.
Recording in progress.
Commissioner Ross,
Here.
Commissioner Benato,
Here?
Commissioner Steinle,
Here.
Commissioner Mensinger. Here. Vice Chair Roach
Here.
and Chair Ahi.
Yes. Okay. Next up, public comments on items not on the agenda. I don't see anyone in the audience, so I will close that. Moving on to the consent calendar. Planning Commission meeting minutes for November 6, 2025. Would anyone like to have a motion on that?
I move we approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
Sorry, if I could just do a clarification. So the Planning Commission dates and the minutes are both on the consent calendar.
Oh, okay. So we'll do both. So would someone like to redo the motion, including the meeting minutes for 2026?
So moved.
A second?
I can do them. This is the command.
Just a second.
This is approval of the draft minutes. Is that what you want?
No, just we just need a second on the motion.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Thought I did that.
Okay. So I guess we can call roll on that.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernardo.
Yes.
Commissioner Steinle.
Yes.
Commissioner Mensinger.
Yes.
Vice Chair Roach.
Yes.
And Chair Ihe.
Yes.
Unanimous
Okay.
approval.
Next, we will be moving on to the public hearing. Discussion on the Planning Commission work plan for 2026. Does staff have a presentation?
I didn't have a formal presentation for you.
Okay.
I'll just provide a brief introduction. So every year, every commission does a draft work plan, and that goes to council for consideration and approval. Members of the commission are to attend and potentially discuss that with council. So I had provided a draft work plan for the commission for consideration and discussion, which would then be ultimately moved on to council for consideration in February.
Does anyone? Sorry. I don't see any public comments on this item. So would anyone on the commission like to discuss anything on the 2026 work plan?
Stephanie, just a question. When will this go before the council?
I believe it's the second. They broke it up, the commissions into two. I think the planning commission is on the second meeting, but I will confirm in the next, probably next week, exactly which one the planning commission is on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
If I recall from the past, and when it goes to city council, it's actually a special meeting, and the commission, the planning commission, goes and talks about these goals.
So it's not a special meeting. It's a regular meeting date, but I think they do it as a study
Oh,
session
it's done
item.
earlier in the meeting. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Since I'm new, is this different from the work plan last year?
Not really. It's slightly modified, but the planning commission work plan is very different than the other commission work plans. The planning commission is charged primarily with providing recommendations and decisions on code amendments, especially now with our housing element implementation items, review and decision and/or recommendation on development projects, and then now. The substantial work plan item is the comprehensive general plan update and all of the meetings that are going to be associated with that.
Okay. Does anyone have any comments, any additional comments on the work plan? Like to discuss anything?
Stephanie, tell us more about, excuse me, tell us more about the general plan update. Every year, it's been on there for a long time. Are things actually happening in the background? Can you give us any general summary of what's going on with it?
Yes, so the next item, Brittany is actually going to provide a presentation to you guys about the kickoff of the general plan process.
Yes, item
And-
number 4 after this.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the general plan.
Okay. Oh, okay, sorry. Apologize.
Oh, no, it's okay.
One thing that I wanted to mention is what I've noticed with the new projects that were presented is our objective design standards. And, I don't know what we can do in terms of maybe looking at those again and just seeing, but I just feel like not only are developers asking for, multiple waivers to kind of get out of doing them, but a lot of the things that we had implemented are becoming kind of outdated. We didn't anticipate at the time that there'd be like 8-story buildings. And so I don't know, I felt, especially with the last few projects, I don't know if the commission feels the same, but I felt like they weren't projects that we were really proud to support. And I'm just not sure if maybe there's a time that maybe we can talk to council at this upcoming meeting about maybe taking a look at those objective design standards and seeing like what are things that we can, look at the very least, for the future. That's just something that has been on my mind lately. So I don't know if that's something the commission agrees with, but I would like to look at that.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry, if I may, I'd like to endorse what Maris just said. I think that's a very important point, and I think it is something that we need to take up and talk about. As somebody who's been, along with Maris, a part of that entire project over the years, I do think we need to start at least discussing among ourselves at our meetings, along with the council, what we might be able to do to make those more workable than they have been. So
Okay.
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
I'll echo what Eric said as well. I think all of us have had a feeling on many of the last projects.
Oh, your mic.
It's on.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That we have begrudgingly had to approve them. But always with the caveat, well, we wish it was better. So I think that's a great idea. What would be the procedure for doing that? I guess would be my question.
I'm not 100% sure. I would refer to staff as far as like how to go about it, but I think that at least having a conversation with council about it and maybe them kind of understanding that the commission is a little frustrated with kind of where we're at right now might be kind of the kickoff to a bigger discussion.
I was just going to agree and ask the same thing. How would we go about this? Would we just review objective design standards again, or do you guys have suggestions based on some of the plans that have come forward and the public response to them of things we might be able to fix so we don't have 20 are they waivers or concessions? I always confuse the two, but yeah. Any thoughts, Stephanie?
So we would add it to the draft work plan here, and then, it would need to be approved by council, and it would we would either need to hire a consultant, which, yeah, we could potentially.
Bring the consultants back that did our objective standards, since they really know that, they've done all the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would have cost implications. Any idea what the cost of that is? I don't
How
know.
much did it cost to do the first round, which I realized was much more comprehensive?
I do not have. I don't want to give a fake number.
And I had a suggestion for the later when we do future items of something that might be appropriate that we brought up before. So I won't cover it now.
But I mean, the work plan item could be something as to like investigate. It doesn't necessarily need to be definitive. Like we will update the objective design standards. It could be consider it, look into it, things like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if everyone's on board, we can add it to the draft of the work plan and then have a bigger discussion with council when we meet with them.
Can you remind me when the last time it was that it was updated? 2021?
2021 sounds right.
Is that right?
It was in COVID, but I don't remember exactly when.
Yeah.
Do you need like a motion to add something to the work plan or just guidance?
I think telling me is sufficient. Telling me is sufficient.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
we were more asking than telling.
We did the
But
objective standards the first time by resolution because we had to do them before January of 2021 or something. So we
Yeah.
did do them by resolution, which our zoning code allowed. A lot of cities were doing them as urgency ordinances, and that wasn't going over well because what's the health and safety urgency of objective standards? So people were getting kind of beat up on that. And then when we did the new sort of consolidation of the zoning, I think Nick put them into the zoning, so they're now in our zoning code. So
Yeah.
that was the last time we touched them or looked at them. So, and that was just in the last 2 years, I would say.
Okay.
So, the next time, if we do any changes, it will definitely be a zoning. And it will, be the 2 readings, and it will be a recommendation to council. So
Got
it will
it.
have a different path.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else before I close this item? From anyone? No? Okay. So do we have to vote on this or
No, it's just a
no?
discussion
Just a
item.
discussion. Okay.
But just to close the loop, I will update it, adding that as an item, and send it to all of you, as well as the date for that council is going to be considering your work plan.
Oh, great.
Perfect. Okie dokie. The next item, general plan update presentation.
Good evening, Commissioners. Brittany Whitehill, Senior Planner. Let me just pull my slides up. Let's see.
Is this in the packet somewhere, or is this?
There's
No.
no staff report. This is
Okay.
just a presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Got
this is just an informational item about the launch of the Comprehensive General Plan Update. So each city and county in California is required to adopt a general plan, which is a comprehensive blueprint for long-term growth, conservation, and development that guides decision-making by the City Council, Planning Commission, and other city officials. The general plan addresses a wide range of topics that affect quality of life, including housing and commercial development, transportation, parks and services, historic resources, environmental sustainability, and more. The general plan is adopted by City Council, implemented over a 20-year horizon, and includes 8 required elements. So our current general plan was last adopted in 2002 with the planning horizon through 2020. As the Planning Commission is aware, the housing and safety elements have recently been updated to comply with state law. However, more than 20 years have passed since the community was engaged in a comprehensive effort to update the general plan. An update is needed at this time to address new state laws, emerging issues, and community priorities. The general plan update will be an all-hands-on-deck effort. From city staff, the planning division will manage the project. A technical advisory committee comprised of key staff members from all city departments and several partner agencies, including Santa Clara County Fire, Cal Water, and Valley Water, will provide subject matter expertise. The city has hired a team of consultants to support this effort. Diadem Bhatia will serve as the lead consultant to the city. Diadem Bhatia is an award-winning planning firm that has prepared over 70 general plans in California. Supporting Diadem Bhatia is a team of 5 sub-consultants, each with specialized expertise. The Planning Commission will be the recommending body for the general plan and the associated environmental impact report required by CEQA. City Council will be the final deciding body. The Los Altos community will be the heart and soul of this endeavor. Input from stakeholders, including residents, property owners, business owners, developers, interest groups, and community organizations will shape the trajectory of the general plan. The project will take about 2 years to complete and will be broken into 4 phases. Phase 1 will be focused on documenting existing conditions, identifying issues and opportunities, and forming a community vision. Phase 2 will involve developing alternative land use and circulation scenarios and selecting a preferred plan. Phase 3 will be dedicated to preparing the draft general plan and EIR. And Phase 4 will include Planning Commission and City Council public hearings for recommendation and adoption of the general plan and EIR. And adoption is targeted for the end of 2027. The Planning Commission will play a key role throughout the project, with study sessions held at both Planning Commission and City Council during each major phase. A joint commission study session focused on community visioning is also planned near the end of Phase 1. An EIR scoping meeting will take place at a Planning Commission meeting in Phase 3, allowing for public input on environmental issues requested to be studied in the draft EIR. Lastly, the general plan and DIR will be reviewed by the Planning Commission for recommendation and the City Council for final approval. Community engagement will be central to this process. Staff has worked closely with Diet and Bhatia to develop a robust community engagement plan, which aims to engage a broad range of community members, including those that aren't typically involved in the planning process or city affairs. The community engagement strategy focuses on fun, interactive, and accessible opportunities for the community to provide input. The plan involves numerous stakeholder interviews, neighborhood pop-up events, and community workshops. Additionally, the general plan update has a dedicated project website where constituents can provide feedback and ideas. Lastly, the city will utilize online surveys, interactive maps, and social media, reels, and polls to engage community members digitally. In summary, the engagement plan is designed to meet people where they are. I've included the URL for the general plan update website and the dedicated email address on this slide for anyone that would like to learn more or reach out. And this concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Does the commission have any questions about the presentation?
I do have a question when it's opportune. If Joe wants to go first, he can go first, but.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Brittany, thank you for the presentation. Who's doing the EIR? Is it Diet and Bhatia, or are we going to get somebody else to do it?
Yes, Diet and Bhatia is doing the EIR.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Joe?
You mentioned something about an all-commission get-together thing. What is, we're going to have all the commissions in one room in a meeting?
Yes, so the form factor of that meeting is still sort of being developed, but the idea is that during the community visioning phase of the project, we will have a study session where all commissioners will be invited. It'll likely be sort of like a more interactive workshop with different stations and sort of guided discussion,
Okay.
less so than like a sort of formal meeting.
Okay.
That'll probably happen later in spring, early in summer, so the details are still being worked out.
Okay. I don't think we'd all fit in this room, so that's what I
No,
was...
it'll likely be over in the community center.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Susan.
Mine's really a comment. 20 plus years ago when this was going on, I applied to a citizens committee on the general plan. I'd lived in Los Altos for 5 years, and I was told I was too new to be on that committee, which I hope there is expanded thinking about where you're going to meet people where they are. I could be on it now, but I'm conflicted. But I just would encourage you to broaden the scope, because there has historically been sort of, if you haven't lived here for 20 plus years, you don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to engage all members of the community, not just residents, business owners, visitors. We want to hear everyone's
Yeah,
feedback.
no, so I applaud
Students,
that. So
yeah,
I'm happy to see that,
yeah.
having been rejected for being too new.
Yeah.
You've been waiting 20 years for that moment, haven't you?
I have. And I'd served on 2 other general plan
And look at you
committees.
now.
And can I add to that, Brittany?
Sure.
John Maginot had a good deal of success doing things like camping out in front of Safeway when the district election issue came up. So he has some experience and some thoughts about that kind of thing. If you want to meet people where they are, it turns out they're at Safeway. So I mean, he just set up a table and he would ask questions. But what he found was that if it wasn't a meeting where people had to stand up and a bunch of people thought this and a bunch of other, when people just came and talked, he got much more actual useful information and thoughts from people. So that's something that you might want to get the consultants especially to do. They like to have meetings where they can come and make a presentation. And so I think we really want to make an effort, if you're going where they are, the information tables where people can pick stuff up and say something actually turns out to be useful. So I would have a chat with John about that. He had a lot of experience making that work.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Great comments all around. So we will close that item unless there's anything else that staff has. No? Okay. So we are moving on to commissioners' reports. Does anyone have any reports? Anyone? Okay. We will move on to potential future agenda items. Yes, Joe.
So we, a number of times in the past, we've talked about maybe doing a walking tour, and I think especially in light of the comments around, the objective standards, looking at some of the projects that either have gone up or, for example, Distel Circle. I don't know if you've been by there recently, but it's moving very rapidly. So maybe more of the completed projects, but I know there were some concerns about like how do we do that with the Brown Act and a quorum and all that sort of stuff. But I think it'd be really useful to us as a group to see that stuff. And I don't know if you guys don't want to do it or what the story is. But can we try to do that sometime this year?
Yes, so it is. I was anticipating picking that back up in the spring. We were going to do it last spring. We don't. I think it'd not be a good idea during the winter months. So when the time changes, so we're not walking around in the dark and then potentially rain and cold. So I was shooting for spring, early summertime.
Great, and I will keep asking. So let's do it.
Noted.
Thank you.
And seconded, by the way. So
Okay. So I'm not seeing anything else. No.
Are we going to have a meeting in 2 weeks?
Yes, I was going to say that. There is a regularly scheduled meeting on February 5th, and we do have an item for you.
Okay.
A development project.
oh,
Okay. So I think that's it. Before I adjourn, Eric, we missed you tonight. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully
I am.
you'll be back at the next meeting. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
And it is 6:27. We are adjourned.
Wow, are you from the Pete Daly School of Efficient Meetings?